Well, welcome to our Leavers Service and Speech Day 2021. Now, the first half of our time together is going to be dedicated to the Leavers Service. And I thought it'd be helpful for us to watch a short video of some interviews I did with some of the upper sixth, asking them about their memories, things they'll miss about SLC, and what they feel they have learnt from their time here at St. Lawrence College. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it.
One of my favorite memories would be Mr. Rogers giving every boy in our class 10 merits each. This was because we had a music competition where the boys won a singing competition.
My favourite memory was probably the trip back in Kirby's to Snowdonia.
Yeah, I think the people I met, the travelling, and I think sports day are like the memories I keep in mind.
I think the school trips probably. There's a year 6 camp, year 8 Snowdonia, that was good. And then we were sponsored Thought Park trips.
Oh yeah, actually the Thought Park was good.
Thought Park trips, they were good.
Yeah, they were fun.
I reckon DUV was one of my favourite memories. We had really fun walking around nowhere with my friends.
Bareback singing.
Bareback singing.
Snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen.
Lots of friends and lots of good memories with them. I've made lots of good friends.
Trips, 100% trips, amazing.
Yeah.
What do you think you'll miss about St. Lawrence?
I think I'd miss the people that are still here and the people that are leaving with me, as I don't think I'll be able to see some of them, as they'll be going to international universities, to America, to other parts of Europe as well.
Okay. People, definitely.
Definitely the people
Yeah.
and lessons. Very structured.
You'll miss lessons? I won't
Yeah,
miss
some of the
lessons.
teachers I'll miss.
Yeah, actually.
Mr. Wild.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Mr. Brooks. Shout out Mr. Brooks.
All the friends I have here, yeah, and the teachers too.
Okay.
The sport, definitely.
Ella, what about you?
Mine would be the art.
The art?
Yeah.
Are you in the Canon Perfect Centre?
I just think the environment here, I just think it's really nice. Everybody's just, it's very close, and in the big wide world it's a bit more spread out, so yeah.
How do you think St. Lawrence has helped you as a person?
It's helped me as a person because it's helped me interact with people of different cultures and backgrounds and really learn to understand them as well, and also understand their cultures.
Definitely the amount of opportunities that's been given to me, through the school. So, things like CCF and DAB especially, things like that have really sort of allowed me to do things that I possibly wouldn't have done had it come to the school.
And the opportunities it's given me has allowed me to explore sort of acting, music, everything, and I think it's really just helped me grow as a person.
Well, now Sam LeBaig is going to give us our reading.
Love must be sincere. Hate what is evil. Cling to what is good. Be devoted to one another in love. Honour one another about yourselves. Never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervour, serving the Lord. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Share with the Lord's people who are in need. Practice hospitality. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Mourn with those who mourn. Live in harmony with one another. Do not be proud, but be willing to associate with people of low position. Do not be conceited. Do not repay anyone evil for evil. Be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everyone. If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. Do not take revenge, my dear friends, but leave room for God's wrath. For it is written, "It is mine to avenge, I will repay," says the Lord. On the contrary, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink. In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good.
Well, I thought I would do a short reflection on those words that Sam read to us. And I was going to do it in the form of 8 bits of advice, 8 life hacks, 8 things to help you live well, to help you function well in the world. Tip number 1, don't drink coffee after 2 p.m. Now, I love coffee. It really does wake you up in the morning. It's ideal. But if you drink it after 2 p.m. in the afternoon, then you're going to struggle to sleep at night. So don't drink coffee after 2 p.m. Tip number 2, remember this, you're not perfect. You will make mistakes. Now, people may tell you you're perfect, but they're lying. No one is perfect. We're all human. We will make mistakes. And the thing is, knowing this will take the pressure. It'll take the pressure off you. So remember, we're not perfect. Well, life hack number 3 is live in grace and not fear. We can choose to live in grace. Well, the Apostle Paul, who wrote those words that Sam read to us, has been explaining that we are people who make mistakes. We aren't perfect. We struggle with sin. And the wonderful news, the wonderful grace of God, his undeserved kindness, is that his son Jesus, the perfect human being, died in our place, taking our imperfections, our mistakes, our sin on his shoulders, so that we could be forgiven and instead have his perfect life, so that we can live in grace, loved, valued by our Creator, and therefore live in grace and not fear. See, here's the thing, if we don't receive this grace from God, then all the time we're worrying, we're fearing what other people think of us. All the time we're trying to get our identity from material things or the opinions of others. We will fear missing out, and ultimately we will fear death. But living in grace frees us from that fear. Being loved by God drives out all that fear, and we have that secure identity in him. So live in grace and not in fear. Now, tip number 4, as you can see, I am outside the gym, although the gym's locked. And my tip for this one is stay healthy, like Mr. Hill. Life hack number 5 is this: money is way overrated. I don't know if you heard in our reading that it says, practice hospitality, share with those people in need. You see, the thing is, money is overrated, and it's tempting to hoard it all. But actually, we use our money to bless others. And as you do that, you will find true happiness. You see, money will not make you happy. Don't be seduced by money. Practice hospitality. Well, now for tip number 6, some of you will recognize where I am. I am actually in the Tower Kitchen. And for this life skill, learn to cook one meal. It will mean when you get to university, you'll make lots of friends and you might not have to do the washing up. Learn to cook just one meal. So tip number 7, don't hold a grudge. Seek peace. You see, as far as it depends on you, try to live in harmony with people, even when they wrong you. You see, the problem is when we take revenge, we're actually doing the job of God. It's God's job to do that. As our reading says, God will judge. Leave the judging to him. And that helps you to get on with loving and making peace with others, even those who have wronged you. And just imagine if we put that tip into practice, what difference that will make in our lives, our personal lives, and our lives with those around us, if we seek to promote peace rather than revenge. So that's tip 7. Don't hold on to a grudge, seek peace. And my final tip, number 8, learn to pray. Our reading says, be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Learn to pray. Now that's something I'm still trying to learn to do. But actually it is good for the soul. And you'll find that as you begin to do that, it helps you. It gives you the strength. It doesn't necessarily mean that everything's going to go really well. It doesn't change necessarily your situation. But I find praying to God, talking to him, gives you the strength to keep going, even when life gets hard. So that's my final tip, learn to pray. Actually, that's what we're going to do now. We're going to pray now as Bridget is going to lead us in our prayers now.
Let us pray. Almighty and loving God, we thank you for the many blessings we have received. In particular, we offer you our thanks for the opportunities we've had over the years, learning, growing, building friendships and foundations for life. Forgive us that we have failed to appreciate how fortunate we are, that we easily lose sight of what we have. Loving God, For all you have given, receive our praise. Lord, grant us contentment for today, wisdom for tomorrow, strength for the storms, and humility for our victories, for the sake of Jesus Christ, our Savior. Amen.
Well, the choir is now going to sing for us an anthem by Bob Chilcock entitled This Day. Well, let me finish our Leavers service with our blessing. So may the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rains fall soft upon your fields, and until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand.
On behalf of the governors, I'd like to welcome you all to our speech day. Sadly, once again, we're not able to meet together in the usual way, but it is still important that the whole college community come together and reflect on the past year and celebrate your achievements. It has certainly been an extraordinary year and a testing time for everyone. We had all to get used to wearing masks, being tested, working in bubbles, spending long periods of time at home, cut off from family and friends. Our lives have really been thrown upside down. We've never experienced anything like it. But let us hope that once this pandemic is under control, we can all return to some degree of normality. I wanted to tell you a brief story about my son, Christopher. Well, when he was 14, he signed up to go on a French exchange. This was a big deal. He'd never been away from home for that length of time, let alone spending time in a foreign country equipped with only a few words of French. The day eventually arrived. My wife got up early to give him some breakfast and to make him a packed lunch. She carefully checked his case, that everything was packed, that he had some money, and he knew where his passport was. She then set off to take him to school. As soon as she parked the car, Christopher grabbed his case, shot out of the car, ran across to the coach, and my wife watched him elbow his way down the coach and claim a seat on the back seats with his mates. My wife stood there feeling quite rejected and forlorn. But one of the teachers, who was a friend of ours, had been watching all of this, and he went up to my wife and he kissed her on the cheek and he said, "That's from Christopher. He forgot." Well, it's easy to forget to thank people. And in this year of all years, we've relied more than ever on support from family, teachers and friends. Your parents certainly deserve your thanks. They have really had a tough time. Many of them would have been worried about keeping you safe. They would have worried about their jobs, and they would have worried about the well-being of elderly relatives. Now, I'm not suggesting that you burst into your homes this evening and give your parents a big kiss, but I'm sure you will have an opportunity to thank them for all they've done for you. I'd also like to thank them for the support and loyalty which they've shown to the college throughout this difficult time. I must also thank the headmaster and all the teachers and support staff who've enabled the college to function. I think they've done an absolutely fantastic job in ensuring that all of you receive your education and don't miss out. I must also pay tribute to my fellow governors for their total commitment to the college. There has never been a time when their experience and wisdom has been so important. We have had more meetings than ever, and like you, frankly, we're zoomed out. Well, I hope we can put the year behind us and look to the future. I think we have every reason to be positive. After all, England are through to the quarterfinals of the Euros. Andy Murray is through to the next round at Wimbledon. And perhaps most of all, the school beat Whitgift at cricket yesterday by 5 runs in the last over. Now that really is an achievement. Oh, and the summer holidays beckon. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you very much for joining us for this year's Speech Day. Last year, I spoke about the use of the word unprecedented, as so much of what we were doing had changed, and we embarked on our first ever virtual Speech Day. Well, here we are again, and it doesn't really feel that unprecedented anymore. There's no doubt that COVID has had a significant impact on our entire school community. And I'd like to thank all of our parents, Old Laurentians and advocates for the support you've given us throughout this year, not to mention the trust that you've all shown in the college. Whilst things have been challenging, it's often in times of most significant challenge that we gain a greater understanding of our capacity for change. We develop new skills and we become more solution-focused. Part of the school's ethos of holistic education is that we instill resilience, flexibility, and adaptability. And we've seen a great deal of this from all sectors of our community this year. I've been particularly proud of the way in which all members of our community have faced up to the pandemic. The teamwork that's been shown, as well as the way in which we've continually progressed, despite constantly changing parameters, has been indicative of true Laurentian character. Following on from last summer, when pupils and staff in the design department constructed PPE visors that were then used at QEQM Hospital, I've also been really impressed by the number of our pupils who have helped out in vaccination centres and doctors' surgeries over the course of this year. This level of community involvement and understanding of service to others is essential to the development of outward-facing global citizens who understand the concept of social responsibility. Speech Day is also a time when we celebrate our exceptional staff body, and I'd like to say a heartfelt thanks to all members of our staff. Once again, their flexibility, adaptability, and resilience has risen to the fore, and they've worked tirelessly to give our pupils the best possible chance of success in both online and face-to-face lessons. Additionally, our support staff have worked tirelessly to facilitate the teaching and learning and ensure that the school has continued to function and operate effectively. It also falls to me to say goodbye to those staff who are leaving. I'm sure that the whole college is, as I am, very grateful for their contributions over the years, and I'd like to wish all of our leaving staff the very best for the future. Mrs. Waring, Mr. Taggart and Miss Sheldon all leave with our very best wishes, although we will still see Miss Sheldon as she'll be helping out with the CCF in the future. Additionally, we have a number of staff who have been with us for a long time, who we also say goodbye to this year. Vicky Langman joined the college in 2015. She's made a significant difference in the science department with her outstanding lessons, infectious energy, and her enthusiasm for the subject. She's worked hard to help all of her students succeed, and one of her many highlights was the trip she organised to CERN and the recent and very successful First Form STEM Day. Curleen Brown has been an integral part of both Bellaby and the Games department, and she cares a great deal for the pupils in her charge. When she first joined the college, she was just coming to the end of an incredible international hockey career with Trinidad and Tobago, and she fitted into a coaching role with both boys and girls hockey with ease. Within the boarding house, her support to Mrs. Izzard has always been unwavering, and she's remained fiercely loyal to the girls in her charge throughout. Ed Pegden arrived as a chemistry teacher 10 years ago. He quickly made an impact in the science department and was involved in the Chemical Magic Show, which was such a hit with junior and primary school children. After taking on the head of chemistry role, he became Housemaster of Tower in 2018, where he's done an excellent job fostering a strong sense of home and community. He's made many improvements to the furnishings, but has also provided an outstanding level of pastoral care to all of the boys. Chitesha Senaratne joined us in April 2010 as a newly qualified teacher, but quickly became known for the hours she spends meticulously planning her lessons and marking work. As a top student of her year, she earned a scholarship to study at a university in Russia, where she attained a first-class honours degree and gained a doctorate in engineering. Her fluency in the language came to the aid of a number of our students over the years, as she helped guide them through their A-level Russian exams, as well as the extraordinary efforts she's done throughout her maths career. Robin Bendel arrived at St Lawrence in 1988 to take up his first teaching post. He quickly established himself as a caring professional, willing to help anyone in need. He's inspired generations of Laurentians with his love of languages and has taught both French and German throughout his time, as well as religious studies and English as an additional language. For many years, he directed the school plays, several by French dramatists such as Molière, and encouraged and inspired budding young actors and actresses to take on some really challenging roles. He was housemaster of Tower for a number of years and is remembered fondly by generations of pupils as a kind, generous, caring and inspirational person, an exceptional housemaster. His chapel services and prayers have inspired and helped so many, and I'm delighted that he will still be with us next year, helping out the chaplain. So as we draw this academic year to a close, there's a great deal to celebrate. I hope that the achievements and prizes in this programme, and that the deputy heads will read out shortly, give you a sense of the outstanding effort that our pupils have exhibited. Whether they've won a prize today or not, we're incredibly proud of the way in which all of our pupils have applied themselves this year, and I wish them, and all of you, a very restful and healthy summer.
The Sixth Form Subject Prize winners for 2021. Bateson Spanish Prize, Dilim Annika. The Baxter English Prize, the Peel Drama Prize and an Athenaeum Prize go to Olivia Binfield. Joyce Chan wins the Chippendale Maths Prize and the Drayson Head Girl Prize. The Biology Prize, the Neil Chemistry Prize, the Bozeman Music Prize and an Athenaeum Prize go to Tom Choi. June Goring wins the Economics Prize and an ILIF Prize. The Psychology Prize to Paloma Higgins. The German Prize to Lucas Kral. Samuel Lebey wins the History Prize, the Latin Prize, the Peel Drama Prize and the Bradley Head of School Prize. The PE Prize and the Dunakey Head Boy Prize go to Joe McCaffrey. The Bevan Art Prize is won by Ella Proctor, the Maslin Physics Prize to Sankalpa Panmagar. Philosophy and Ethics Prize, Georgia Ray. And the Geography Prize and the Bradley Sports Prize go to Archie Ralph Harding. The Ladbury Design Prize is won by Christopher Sharp. The Business Studies Prize and an ILIF Prize to Gemma Thompson. Sixth Form Academic Prize winners 2021. An Athenaeum Prize goes to Joanna Roberts. And attainment prizes to James Choi, Sarah Ling, James Lund, Toyosi Ashodi and Pratigya Peshen.
Sixth Form Open Prize winners. Jonathan Adams and William Ansell win Harold Clifford prizes. The Southeastern Essay Prize and an Attainment Prize to Fifi Chan. The Gordon Bennett Rugby Prize to Jack Cohen. The McFarlane Prize to Jasmine Collins. The Canon Perfect Memorial Prize to Alejandro Gurpegi Abwood. Amir Gurung wins the Rotary Club Citizenship Award and an Athenaeum Prize. The Dyer Music Prize and an Attainment Prize to Caris Hamill. The Thronson Hockey Prize to William Mead. The Britain Sports Prize to Callia Moore. The Richard Thanet Prize to Rua O'Hare. Beatrix Robinson wins the Cornwell Music Prize and an Attainment Prize. And the Watson CCF Leadership Prize and an Athenaeum Prize to Harriet Westby. ILIF prizes are awarded to Kevin Chung, Valerie Ekong, Bibek Gurung, Binamra Gurung, Thomas Peters, Gabriel Weber, and Tobias Woodgate. Third to fifth form prize winners. Athenaeum prizes are awarded to Ralph Harrison, Phineas Horan, Niall Nyadasenga. Emily Byrne wins the Watling Music Prize. A Creative Writing Prize is awarded to Poppy Hemming. The Bushel Art Prize and the Athenaeum Prize are awarded to Daisy Mackman, and the Lanyon English Prize to Zane Nettie. Fifth Form Achievement Prizes are awarded to Lena Dinger, Amelia Mobius, Zane Nettie, Ellen Nichols, Ramia Rai, and Karim Salama. And fifth form approach to learning prizes are awarded to Charlotte Andres, Grace Gallagher, Phineas Horan, Yutong Lin, Nora Loga, and Ben Ross. In the fourth form, the Cornwell Music Prize is awarded to Millie Sullivan. Fourth form achievement prizes are awarded to Samana Chantal Magar, Anais Hamill, Gloria Lau, Prashangsa Pun, Isabella Rowe, and Theo Rowe. And fourth form approach to learning prizes are awarded to Georgia Binfield, Jack Brewer, Melissa Cardy, Montgomery Head, Isabella Rowe, and Miles Wise. In the third form, achievement prizes are awarded to Biplav Gurung, Marco Katuri Whitaker, Tig McGrath, Daniel Ray, Spandan Rai, and Jasmine Selman. Approach to learning prizes are awarded to Jamie Cox, Amelia Lawton, Rosie Mackman, Nigel Nayadasenga, Sarah Jane Revel, and Hannah Todd.
Second form prize winners. The second form achievement prize goes to Sejan Gurung, Martha Lee Hunt, Mairead McGrath, Maya Perry, Charlotte Welch. The second form approach to learning prize goes to Tejan Choi, Fleur de Bruxelles, Megan Gurung, Reuben Patterson, Samuel Stone. The Lewis Drury Prize goes to Vince Collett, Anna Forrest, Reuben Patterson, and Charlotte Welch. First form prize winners. First form achievement prize goes to Jensen Cutts, Swasat Galami, Olivia Lee Hunt, Ashwin Muralitharan, Mally Nichols. The approach to learning prize to Charlie Elliott, Alexa Miles, Nika Nayudasenga, Angel Pun, George Richards, and Constance Squires. The Richard Munsey Prize is awarded to Claudia Coles.